Welcome to the Leetist podcast, a podcast where we play games about games, video games, games of the video sort. Joining me today, as usual, the two girls to my one cup.
Oh, no.
Tim
and
Ryan.
Man.
What's going on, guys?
So much imagery that's happening right
that's
now.
That's wonderful.
So you're just saying we're shitting on you all the time.
That's exactly why I picked that. No, not really.
I hate you guys. We need to talk about the show.
Here on the Leetist, we play games about games. We play trivia games. We play a news game. We do debates. We do fun game show type games. We do lots of games all about video games. You can send us your game ideas, theleetistpod@gmail.com, at the Leetist on Twitter, where Tim does daily trivia.
I do daily trivia.
Speaking of two girls, one cup.
do filled episodes.
Yeah, check it out on Twitter at the Leetist, and we're going to do daily trivia on there. We do daily trivia every day. Just around 9 a.m. Central Time, I post a daily trivia, all kinds of different genres of trivia questions, all about video games. And you can win a chance at a $100 gift card to a game store of your choice. Steam or Nintendo eShop or PlayStation or Xbox. Whoever gets the most points at the end of the month wins a gift card. Right now, it's a competition's there. Ooh. Pretty
it's
good.
close.
I feel bad about yesterday's trivia. Like, legitimately bad. It was a screenshot from Deadly Tower of Monsters.
Oh.
What is Deadly Tower of Monsters?
I know what that game
I
is.
love the game, The Deadly Tower of Monsters. Apparently, not a lot of people have played it. Because
deep cut.
Yeah, it was a deep cut. It's this wonderful game where you are playing an old cheesy sci-fi movie, basically, and the director of the movie is like narrating to you as if they're doing like the DVD commentary of the movie that's playing out that you're playing, kind of thing. So, but it's like cheesy and it's like poorly made on purpose. Like you fight dinosaurs and the dinosaurs look like claymation, or there's like robots with like the cheesiest sound effects and you can see like the strings holding them up and stuff like that.
It's really good. I played it.
It's really charming.
Smart. Yeah, I would play that.
The humor is okay, but it kind of speaks for itself.
Was that a GOG game or something like that?
It's definitely on. I think I got it. Wow, I think I did get it on GOG.
That seems like it would be a GOG game, too. Right? Yeah,
it's like $7 or something.
Yeah. It's real cheap. It's worth it, and it's just a beat 'em up. And you can choose between different heroes, and they do all like the retro stuff, and that was what the screenshot was. It was the heroes from the game.
That's awesome.
But it did look very much like Fallout, and
a lot of people saying Fallout 4 because breaking the fourth wall, which was the
did Fallout 4 break the fourth wall?
No, but it was. I don't know.
Oh, because I said 4. Oh, Jesus.
That's a number, Tim.
Well, technically,
that is
if you actually, if you build a house in Fallout, you can dismantle one of the walls and break the fourth wall.
Oh, my God.
Also on Twitter, we recently posted a poll about our last debate.
It's true.
Yeah. So we had a poll of which of the controllers is the worst. Tim was championing the Kinect, and Kenny was championing the N64 controller.
Well, we're kind of the opposite of championing.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but
well, championing the fact that it was the worst.
The answer,
yes.
It's a close poll.
It's a close poll. I was kind of surprised.
It was actually exactly. It was a really close poll. We had a lot of people voting on this one. Tim, you did win with 54.8% of the votes for the Kinect.
Yeah.
And I think that Kinect, I was talking to a friend of mine. I think it was a mixture of both the Kinect from the Xbox 360 and then when they carried it over to the Xbox One, because both still had those issues. But I think maybe it was focused more on the 360s when you were debating it.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough.
And then the N64 at 45.2%. But yeah, I mean, a lot more people hated that controller than I thought.
I must have just been too young when N64 came out, because that controller did not bother me in any way, shape, or form. Like, it wasn't a problem for me. But clearly people that, have played with this thing as adults or as, at least older teens or something like that.
Yeah, when's the last time you went back to it?
I think the last time I played N64 games was on the GameCube or on like the Wii, plugging
using a different
the GameCube controller.
Right.
Playing N64 games was on the Wii with a GameCube controller. which all things considered is kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of so retro barcade places have become more prominent in a lot of cities, and they have usually like the ones I've gone to have N64 hooked up with a basically projector doing that, and it usually has Smash Brothers in there.
Yeah.
And I played, with the N64 controller Smash Brothers, and it still handles so well.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I've never had a problem with that controller.
But clearly people got problems with it, but not enough to beat my wonderful answer.
Yes.
Well, RGB's on my side, and he's the expert.
Who
on
gives
this.
a fuck about
boy. We love you. Please
All
keep
right.
supporting us.
Hey guys, if you like the show, do us a solid and tell every single person you ever meet this is the greatest podcast you've ever heard. Share our show with your friends, either by word of mouth or on Twitter or on Facebook or whatever. Just get it in other people's ears. You got that? You can point them at theleetist.com/new-listeners where they can get a taste of the show and what we do here. Plus, we have a recommended jumping off point episode for new listeners to start their Leetist journey. So we appreciate you guys sharing us around.
Today we're doing the news game. We're doing Are You Smarter Than Elite Gamer Trivia. We're doing Soundscapes, an audio game. We're talking about something from the week that we're excited about, which we do every week. And if you want to skip to any part of the show, timestamps are below the episode.
Yeah, but before we get started, I just want to kind of gloat a little bit, guys.
Oh.
I have already completed my challenge.
God damn it.
For the month. I have already done it. Now, to be fair. Yep.
Sorry.
I got to get it out, man.
my Letterkenny fans
but
out there.
it's the
What's
way
up?
you got to do it.
Yeah.
I chose a game that had very low amount to require to get the platinum.
Yeah.
But I have platinumed a game.
Okay.
Which was actually kind of cool. It was like, I kind of see why people like this. But seeing that I have already completed it and we still got 2 more weeks of this month, I kind of want to challenge myself to something. So I was thinking I would like to do one of 2 things. Either challenge myself to play and complete a visual novel game, which I've never done before.
Okay.
Or play and complete a walking simulator game, which I have never done before either.
I'm going to just throw my opinion out there right away. Visual novels are, I don't know, man. Do you want to read a book that's got some pictures?
I mean, I skip most dialogue on every game I play, so probably not. But the reason why I wanted to do that is it forces me to do that, because my thought on the challenge, if I did the visual novel challenge, is I would choose something, a weird whatever one.
Yeah, like Doki Doki.
Like Doki Doki, or something that you guys have never even played. Just go on Steam, visual novel, choose one that's like $2.
I'm sure there's a bunch of shit on there. Doki Doki just happened to be one that caught fire.
Did you
play through?
You never played Gone Home?
No, I don't think
that's a walking sim.
I'm trying to remember that one.
Gone Home, What Remains of Edith Finch, Firewatch,
That's the other one I need
The
to
Vanishing of Ethan Carter. These are all like awesome walking sim games.
Yeah.
I recommend them instead because first of all,
I'm
you
gonna enjoy
can't
that more.
You can't skip through the shit
Yeah.
because you're in the narrative. So
Yeah.
everything that you're doing is happening while you're doing other things. So like on Firewatch, for example, you'll be walking around constantly while having like the radio conversations with the person you're in contact with in that game, and it's unavoidable. And the game is not fun if you're listening to something else instead of playing it.
If you don't know anything about Gone Home, do you know anything about the plot?
That sounds so familiar. I just can't remember.
Okay,
what Gone
it's
Home
kind of
is.
it's sort of a twist, not a twist, but it's like it's an interesting game.
How are you going to say there's a twist?
Huh? Well, it's not really. There's not really a twist in the game.
Be
I know what you're talking
bracing
about, though.
myself. But so it's one of the 2. I think if we did walking simulator, I'd probably do Firewatch, because I know Firewatch 2 is going to be coming out sometime in
that makes me
the
happy.
future. They already had the preview for Firewatch 2, and it looked really cool. So I'm like, maybe that's a good one to do so I can get prepped. And
Is
then
it a Firewatch 2? I thought they just were working on a new game, but it wasn't Firewatch 2. Like I remember seeing a preview for this. Like there's 2 photographers and like an Aztec, like 2 female photographers going around this. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. It's the same studio, but I thought that they were not making Firewatch 2 and they're making this game instead. But I could be wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, fact checkers get on this.
I think Firewatch is a good choice.
You think Firewatch? Okay.
I think Firewatch is a good choice because it's really, for one, it's really pretty. And it does a pretty good job of being eerie and engaging without actually like, making you run and hide and have a sanity meter or something like that. But then also has like this really like, real story.
Well, Firewatch kind of came out I grasped on a little bit because, one of the other podcasts I listened to, MinMax, they were doing a full show about watching an E3, like a previous E3 presentation, and they had Firewatch, the first announcement of it, and how excited everyone was on it. And I'm like, man, yeah, I guess there was something magical about that game that maybe I missed. And I definitely think that would be an interesting one to try out because I don't think I could escape. Oh, I'm going to listen to another podcast or play music in this. I have to listen to the game. Because that is literally how the game is played.
Who knows? Maybe it'll help like build up some appreciation of narrative in game for you. Who knows?
Campo Santo's next game is called In the Valley of Gods. From the creators of Firewatch, In the Valley of Gods is a single-player first-person adventure exploring a remote and ancient valley in the Egyptian desert, uncovering treasure and treachery in pursuit of a discovery that could bring you fame and fortune or leave you for dead.
I'm looking forward to that automatically. Yeah.
The trailer looked really cool. It's been a while since we've seen it, though.
Then maybe it was another kind of game that was the sequel to another. It seemed like a walking simulator game.
Waterwatch. No, I don't know.
Sure.
Airwatch.
Airwatch.
Hey, I bet there's
more elements.
I bet there's some bitching walking sims on VR. Come to think of it.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Or at least VR versions of the ones that are already out.
I would take a VR simulator of just walking around the Grand Canyon.
I bet.
Just let me walk around. Let me see.
It's kind of like doing Supernatural.
Yeah,
You're just like standing in the middle of a fucking volcano, hitting balloons.
There's some stuff going on in the news that I don't know about.
Hey, look at this guy. Get that train on that track.
Segue-ish.
All right. Midway segue.
Hey, guys, you want to play a game?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's play the news game. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Actually, quite a bit of news this week. This one was way better than last time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
I know one piece of news that I'm very excited about. I don't know if it's in your game or not, but we'll talk about it.
Oh, you're going to share with the audience?
Where's my coin since it is out of the bag?
I'm not flipping that coin.
I don't know you are. You lost
right.
privileges again.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
that's true.
Ryan.
Yeah, I
All
do
right,
that.
call it in the air. Kenny.
Heads.
It is tails.
Jeez.
So, Ryan,
you know what I
were up
wanted
first.
to ask you since I was listed? We're doing our next episode, like our 1 year anniversary sort of celebration.
Yeah.
Where did 2020 Tales come from? If 2020 is not the year that we started this podcast, we weren't doing it. Why? Who said 2020 Tales?
Oh, probably me.
Wow, I was going to take.
No.
And what does it mean?
All right, listeners, here's your challenge. Go back and find out which episode we first talked about 2020 Tales. I think it's because we were talking about how this year so far, 2022, has been a lot of tales. And so,
like instead of
this is
20
the
I think
year
we're
of
just
Tales.
saying
So we just said 2020
whole-
Tales, which is a very, oh, mercy. What's the other podcast? My brother and me. They always theme their years and
I
stuff.
see.
So ours is 2020 Tales.
20. Yeah, it's the year of the
I
Tales.
thought it was like
It's the year of
2020
the
is the year of Tales. It's like it's not 2020, and we weren't even doing the podcast then.
Fucking idiot. All right.
Let's do this.
Talking
All right,
about?
Ryan, you ready?
All right, yeah, let's
Here
do
we
it.
go. In an interview recently with lifestyle site Leo, Norman Reedus suggested production has already begun on a blank sequel.
Death Stranding.
Correct. God of War Ragnarok will feature over 60 blank features, including controller remapping, audio clues, text and icon size adjustment, and more.
Accessibility.
Correct. Eve Anywhere is a newish feature that's becoming accessible to all free-to-play subscribers that will allow them to play Eve in their blank
Bedroom.
browser. The new Chip and Dale's movie features a cameo from the infamous Ugly Blank.
Sonic.
Correct.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that.
Oh no! So I did watch. I watched the new Chip and Dale's, and we won't spoil because.
Did you really?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
Really?
There's a lot of cameos from a lot of characters from different movies, shows.
Oh, I like
stuff
this.
that's. I don't know if Disney. Because
This metaverse thing, man, I'm telling you.
What I'm trying to figure out is the connection, right? So, like, is like Disney, ABC owns like Viacom or something like that. It's like this whole like connection. So it's like
Viacom's connected to the NBC
Bone. And then you're like, oh, I guess you could have this character because technically they're part of this whole infrastructure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ugly Sonic, it's not really a spoiler, but
It's all over the fucking internet.
it's all over the fucking internet, and it is the most brilliant thing because, like, it's not actually like it's a separate entity from the actual Sonic. It's just like it was brilliant the way they did it. It was so funny.
I did not even know there was a new Chip and Dale's movie.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, Chip and Dale's movie.
Yeah. I
There's
guess the funny theme of it kind of thing is that one of them turned CGI and the other one is still animated.
Yeah, and it's voiced by John Mulaney and
Andy Samberg?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the bad CGI in the She-Hulk trailer?
Yeah,
Boy, that looks like garbage.
Talk about
Like a hot load of garbage.
And that's a Marvel property, so Disney could have put that in there of like the bad CGI.
Who asked for that kind of show? Like the She-Hulk one.
The She-Hulk.
Is it a show or a movie?
Shulk.
I don't know.
Is it a show or a movie, right?
I'm not sure.
It's a show.
We'll get
it's a
fact
show.
checkers out there.
Yeah, no. She-Hulk is actually a really good character. It's just I think I think what they showed was not finished product.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
I don't believe that.
They should have put not actual product on the like a bottom of the screen, like
Not
when
a
it's not
flying toy.
actual gameplay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
God of War Ragnarok. It's got a fuck ton of accessibility features. I like the AAA games are doing that.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
I think after Last of Us 2, I would expect that all of Sony's first party stuff is probably going to follow suit.
I
with
love that they're looking at it because in the sense of like maybe as you play it on a PC because you have so much accessibility options on PC. So maybe PlayStation's finally catching up on looking at some things and like, we should give them the option to do X, Y, and Z. Like why not?
I'm for it. I think it's a good idea.
It's a really good idea.
I saw some of the previews of some of the stuff they were having on there. Like I said, audio clues, which is something I haven't heard before.
That's
but
cool.
Apparently that's going to be a thing in the game
Like maybe
too.
someone whispers, "Hey, maybe you should check out the mountain."
Hey, that door's got a hidden key, and the key's right around the corner.
We actually got Gilbert Godfrey to record the things before he passed. You gotta go to the mountaintop. Why aren't you going to the mountaintop?
Why is that voice?
You can change Aloy's voice in the New Horizon to Gilbert.
We gotta go
check out that cave.
Think I can climb that ledge.
I think you have the best Gilbert Godfrey. I think you have the best
We'll take it to a
Gilbert
poll on Twitter. Holy shit.
We miss you, Gilbert.
Death Stranding. I'm sure you're very excited about that one.
Absolutely.
Ryan, I think you might even be excited about that at this point.
Maybe they have more action in this next one.
Yeah.
Like I didn't complete it, but I guess it's been long enough. I don't care about spoilers too much. I guess we could say spoiler alert. Is he still a delivery boy at the end of the game?
I guess he is technically.
So I guess they could just keep doing it.
They kind of, I won't spoil it, but he could still be delivering stuff as far as I know.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
I thought this was really cool about EVE Online. I didn't even know this was a thing they have, but you can play it in the browser now. Like it was
Have
a
you ever
service that they
played
already
it?
had, but it was only for like the Elite Pro Series fucking subscribers or whatever.
Yeah.
Now they're doing it for all the free to play people. You can just jump in and play in a browser.
Have you ever played Eve?
Very briefly. I was immediately overwhelmed by it, but I didn't have
It's a
any
lot.
guidance going in or anything like that. I think most EVE players need to either find a corporation to hook up with immediately or get invited in by a friend, or else you're SOL.
It would be nice if we had a friend in a group or something who's like knows everything. He's like, here, I will be your Sherper.
Your Sherper.
I'll be your
Sherbert,
and I will flavor you.
Did you know that like the heads of the biggest corps of EVE meet like annually or something like
Do
that?
they have like an Eve convention?
It's literally just the heads of the corps that get together to like talk the economy of this game. Like it's a huge deal.
I mean, it really, because what I understand from it, like some of the ships and stuff that they have is millions upon millions of dollars, not actual dollars, but like how much work it takes to actually get to that kind of economy that they have in the ships that they have. When they actually have those space battles that knock some of those out, it is more than a big deal.
Yeah. It's like
Because you can sell those for real money somewhere. Can't you?
Sure,
yeah.
That's interesting. I can't imagine playing a game where I'm flying and fighting in a ship where if the enemy kills my ship, it's basically being down like hundreds of dollars.
Man, I mean, we're just not in certain game worlds that exist out there that are so immersive. What is like the Second Life type stuff that people like they work their jobs and they go home and they're just Second Life. Like for the rest of their wake
That's any
hours.
MMORPG.
It's any
Yeah,
MMO
that's any
kind of
MMO.
thing. There's a lot of game cultures out there that I think I'm almost afraid to look into because there's probably some people that get like super duper duper sucked into things.
I've gotten close with ESO probably.
Yeah, a lot of people, some people just do, I know when Diablo 2 was kind of big back in the day, they would just make accounts.
Yeah.
They would farm, get stuff, and sell those accounts for a lot of money. So they didn't even have, that was their job. They didn't work. Like they got enough money doing that they were able to just live off that.
WoW RP servers and probably other games with RP servers kind of thing.
That's why bots got like heavily cracked down on with a lot of server kind of things because they would have bots fishing or doing something like that and just constantly doing that. So people would turn around and sell it for X amount and they were making good money off of it. And they're like, don't make money off of our product.
All right, Ryan, you got 3 out of 4.
Nice. That was pretty good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kenny, are you ready?
I'm ready.
There we go. A Kickstarter documentary is coming out soon featuring tons of interviews surrounding FPS games and chronicling the creation of the Xbox hit series Blank.
Halo.
Correct. CDPR revealed that in Q4 this year, they'll be releasing a new next-gen update for their game Blank.
Witcher 3.
Correct. Mediatonic had just announced that as of June 21st, Fall Guys is going blank, plus it's leaving Steam.
Free.
Correct. A new dating sim is coming out featuring villains from the popular horror game Blank.
Resident Evil.
No, Dead by Daylight.
Oh, so close.
Dead by Daylight.
We tied.
You guys talk amongst yourselves while I find a tiebreaker.
No, well, we'll talk about some of the topics that were brought up. So,
Fall Guys going free.
I think that's smart.
Yeah.
Because they honestly just sell the apparel stuff you can wear and stuff like that as microtransactions within the game. Just make it a free to play game.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool.
I think that's smart.
I already own it, but
I actually thought it was free to play. When I heard the news, I'm like, oh, that's not.
I was about to say, I wouldn't have been surprised to find that it already was, but whatever. What were the other headlines?
What else
you need me.
What else did we answer?
The CDPR thing that's doing the next gen update.
Oh, right. I think that's been delayed a few times, hasn't it? They keep saying that Witcher 3 PS5
they had a lot of fucking work to do.
I don't know. There's still supposed to be a Cyberpunk multiplayer mode, and they have not done that yet.
Is that supposed to still happen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I guess I'll also,
canceled.
Speaking of PS5 upgrades, I'll also bring up, since it wasn't in the news game, that the Last of Us remake is supposedly coming out by this Christmas, which is crazy.
Remake?
Yeah, the remake, the from ground up new engine Last of Us.
Oh, they're doing the Shadow of the Colossus kind of style where they actually take the engine and just rebuild it all and then like deliver that. May actually get me to play.
Yeah, I think. I think that game story is so good that it deserves having better gameplay. So
I've never knocked the story. I just knocked the gameplay. The gameplay is boring to me.
Which one? I was looking up a tight thing. What are you talking about?
The Last of Us.
Oh yeah,
it's just boring gameplay.
Good times. There's this documentary that's coming out that's pretty cool. It's all about FPS games. It's called First Person Shooter, the FPS journey.
Yeah, I just recently heard about it today.
It's like a 3-hour-long documentary.
I'm kind of stoked on it because it seems like it covers everything.
Ton of interviews with
40
different
plus
developers.
Different developers who all worked on like Quake and Unreal Tournament.
Hundreds of hours of interviews that they just all
when does that
this
come
documentary.
Out,
soon. This year, I think later this year.
Yeah,
cool.
That'll be interesting.
The major focus on it is the development of Halo, the original Halo.
That's
right.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm transitioned from an Apple game to a first person shooter. It's pretty drastic jump.
For sure.
Because it was going to be a strategy game when it first was announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like they did with what's it called? What's that one that I played of theirs? Halo Wars. Wars. Yeah.
So kind of
what a garbage
similar
game.
premise. It was going to be kind of like a mixture. I think it was going to be more like Command and Conquer. And then it got shifted. They were like, well, we need another property.
You mean Dune 3?
Yeah, exactly.
I learned that.
They shifted it over to the DirectX box, which is what it was called.
Can
before.
I just say something?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure on one of our imperfect pitches, I did a Jason Voorhees dating sim.
Yeah.
That's one of the games I sold. And then
sure enough,
boom, Dead by Daylight dating sim is coming out. So
I think that
I
you
am a
deserve
god.
some royalty fees.
Oh, yeah. Okay, royalties. I'll take that.
Yeah, you'll need some
Godhood
royalty
would be
fees.
cooler. All right, guys. I've got your tiebreaker.
Yep.
We're going to do it back and forth.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
I want 4X games. Ryan, 4X.
Oh, EVE Online.
Kenny.
I don't know what 4X is.
Yay, Ryan wins.
Explore, exterminate,
Expand and
expand, and enhance.
No. It's EX. It's a 4X. Enhance. Explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate.
Yeah.
I think that's right. So,
that
Civilization,
would be
for
your
example.
Civilization, that would be your...
Stellaris, Endless Legend.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of.
I could do this for
Stellaris
hours.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's Grand Strategies as well. You guys ever played a Grand Strategy game? Like
No.
Crusader Kings or anything like that?
No.
Where you can handle the macro and the micro down to like the level kind of thing. You can decide, what country to conquer versus, whether or not to keep the child because it was born a female of like the prince of the royal family kind of thing. Like
Is
you
that
can really
kind of what the Rise of games does too? The Rise of Rome or
Rise of Rome? Are you talking about Total War?
Total War.
Total
sorry.
War.
Total War.
No, not really.
Total
So
War.
Total War is a real-time strategy almost, like real-time war sim strategy on the micro. And then on the macro, you take your armies and put them in different regions kind of thing. And then you can literally play that game without running a single battle. You don't have to. You can auto-complete each one of them.
That's what I kind of like about it. You can set it up and have that fun of the okay, I'm going to set up my army thing. And I really hate this. Okay, I got to make sure I maneuver this guy here. Just let the AI do it.
Exactly.
And then,
If your percentage chance of winning a battle is low, though, you can dictate the battle yourself, and you might have a better chance.
you just go cool. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like that system a lot. And
Ryan just said maneuver.
All right, boys. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I think it's time, guys.
Oh,
move
yeah?
on to trivia, and pass it over to Ryan.
All right.
Yay.
That is right. We are going
that's
to
fun.
play Are You Smarter Than Elite Gamer? Ba-da-bow. All right, guys. Welcome to Are You Smarter Than Elite Gamer, the game where you answer...
The game where Yu-Gi-Oh answers your questions.
This is actually going to feed into one of the questions, so this can be great. Actually,
good.
you're going to have
Anime
more
stuff?
fodder for the question. So I have 3 categories, 10 questions in each category. I kind of went overboard a little bit, but in doing so, I'm going to do this. If you answer the first one correctly, I'll allow you, if you want, to go to the next one and answer that one. It's not a press your luck. You'll still get the point for the first one, but you get a chance to do the second one.
Okay.
Or not.
Okay.
Wow. So anybody who dominates this game is going to really dominate this game.
Gotcha.
There's no downside to not going for the second one because there's no downside.
Fight me.
Honestly, it'll just give you the next one as well.
So it's 2 questions per person.
Yes.
gotcha.
Oh, God.
I thought it was better in my head, and then I said the words out loud, and they didn't work so
That
well.
worked.
Can I just go back real quick and say, Ryan, name a 4X game, and then you name one, and Kenny went, I don't know what a 4X game is, and now I'm laughing at it again. That was pretty funny.
All right, 1, 2, 3 is
true.
Tim.
You
3,
played
4.
Civ, though, right? You played Civ 6.
I've just never heard of the term 4X
Oh,
before.
Gotcha. There's a lot of really cool board games too that are 4X style that are pretty awesome. I actually have one on the shelf over here. Through the Ages is a 4X game.
Oh, nice.
Maybe it
And,
was. Do you think it was originated in board games? That term?
That's a great question.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
what's it
yes.
called? How old is
Twilight Imperium? Is a very. The first edition was way back when. Risk, I guess, is a 4X.
No. I mean, resources in Risk? Is that a thing? Like exploiting?
I guess your army is resources, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What are the categories?
Do you guys know where George Washington kept his armies? In his sleeveys. What are the categories?
All right. We got 3 categories. First category is what came first, the chicken or no, it's what came first.
What came first?
Know Your Elite, Ryan edition. I wanted to be self-indulgent on this one. Mm-hmm. And board game, video game, or both.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Boy.
And Tim, you are going first because I rolled the dice.
Oh, excellent.
And
Well, let me go
that's
ahead and
what-
start with, I'm going to say it's my forte, but it's not. Board game, video game, or both.
All right. If you can guess what this is very simple. I'm going to say a name of a game. You're either going to tell me if it's a board game, a video game, or it's both.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
very simple.
Yeah.
All right. Starting with Champions of Midgar.
Champions of Midgar.
Duh.
Board game.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Next.
Actually,
Amazing.
just for the listeners out there, that is one of my favorite board games of all time.
I was kind of hoping Kenny would get that one.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
There we go. All right. And here's your double down. Dark Souls. Board game, video game, or both?
Both.
That is correct. Yep.
Amazing.
Apparently, the Dark Souls board game is supposed to be really good.
I've heard that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We've done the Bloodborne game.
We have.
We should try the Dark Souls.
We should also do more of the Bloodborne game.
We should play
Maybe
more.
we should move on until we finish this one.
Yes,
we
that's
haven't
true.
gotten through the first fucking campaign in
We got to
Bloodborne
the
yet.
second chapter.
I'll take what came first.
What came first? All right.
Chicken or egg?
This is very simple. All I'm going to say is 2 consoles. You're going to tell me which one came before the other.
All right.
NES or Genesis? Which came first?
NES.
Yep.
All right.
That is correct. I'm giving you
Amazing.
softballs here.
Okay.
Genesis
Uh-huh.
or Super Nintendo?
Genesis.
That is correct.
Yeah.
All
Genesis was
right.
like 89,
Amazing.
wasn't it?
What's that?
I think the Genesis was in the late 80s.
You,
Fuck if I know
wow,
that.
that was good. 89 is when
Yeah,
Genesis
yeah.
came out, and 91
Wow,
is
you're
when
doing
Super
so good.
Nintendo. You're so
I'm
good.
really proud of you, Kenny.
Even though I got my Genesis after the Super Nintendo, but I remember this.
All right.
I
Back
always had to play a
to,
Genesis at a friend's house. I never had one of those. We were such Nintendo kids.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Genesis.
Is it know your like
Know your lead, like
apostrophe RE or YOUR?
YOUR, because it's about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know your lead.
All right. You want to do
Let me
it?
prove it to you.
What is the name of the game I purchased for both you and Kenny to play?
Oh, Vampire Survive.
I'm going to give that to you. It's Vampire Survivors, but that's
Amazing.
close
So
enough.
apparently that's going to Game Pass.
Oh, man. It is. God, that game's so much fun.
It is fun. I played it.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Not very
ever
long,
play
though.
I
it?
haven't played it yet, but it's on my list. It's on my list of things
I
to
think
do.
you would love it, man. I think
I
you would
know I
love
have to
it.
begrudgingly play a bunch of games on PlayStation.
I know. All right. Your double down question is the furthest I've ever gotten in a Dark Souls game is in Dark Souls 2.
Yes.
That is true. Yep. Dark Souls 2 is the
Amazing.
furthest I've ever gotten in a Dark
You
Souls.
just like
boy.
co-op the whole time, right?
Yeah.
I think we should
Thank
do.
you for. See, this is making me feel good. It's like you guys are
we are listening. Can we do this for the next like 3 things? Is the next Leet Gamer or whatever also has the Know Your Leet for
you
us
like
personally
this?
kind of thing? I think it's kind of fun.
It's just kind of
yeah.
self-indulgent,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you guys are listening to
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate
I'll
it.
stick with that one. Know your lead.
All right.
Suck up.
What? Well, I think this is a gimme for you. What was my game of the year last year?
Inscription.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
correct.
Oh boy, glad you got that one.
Amazing.
So this one's gonna be a little tough, but I think you'll be able to do it. My longest Steam game playtime is from Elden Ring. Is that true or false?
I'd have to say that's false.
That's very false.
False. And what do you think it is?
Fucking Dota 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Dota 2, yeah.
yeah, that's true. It's
Amazing.
I'm
Dota
going to
2.
let you give him bonus points.
No, it wouldn't be bonus points. I'm just curious
Bro,
if you
you
would
got
know.
like
I do.
you got more hours in Dota 2 than I've got on the first like
I love
5
that
games on my list, and
fucking
I've got hundreds of hours on
love
the first
that
5
game.
games on my list.
All right.
Board game, video game, or both?
All right, board game, video game, or both. Call of Duty. Now, I am also going to preface this with if I'm not giving tie-ins. Like if it was Monopoly Call of Duty, that doesn't count. It's
Yeah.
got to be a specific game made from.
I don't think I've seen a Call of Duty game, so I'm going to say video game.
That is correct. It's just video game.
Amazing.
There is a Call of Duty Monopoly game,
Is
but
there?
no, I'm not going to count that. No,
Yeah.
Screw you.
There's a Monopoly game for literally everything.
That really is.
There's probably
Call
a
of
Monopoly
Duty.
Ryan.
There may. I got to look
You
that
can
up.
order custom.
I got to look that up.
You can order custom ones. You
we
can
should
go
do
onto
a
a site.
Gong Monopoly.
Oh my God.
Gongopoly.
That's a good idea.
Gongopoly.
Gongopoly. That rolls right off the tongue.
It's right off the tongue when I mispronounced it.
Gongopoly. Sounds like you got phlegm in your throat. Okay,
Gongopoly.
let's-
All right. Next one for your double down is Project Elite.
Project Elite.
Project Elite.
Boy, I don't even know what that is. So probably board game.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It is a board game. It's actually a really good board game that I will have to show you at some point.
Please.
It's real time, like dice chucker and
nice.
cooperative. So aliens are coming at you, and you have to chuck dice.
I haven't done a real time game
Oh,
like
I
that
think you're
before,
gonna
and I've
like it.
seen some people play some games like that
Yeah.
at events. They look really fun.
We should definitely do that.
Like right up my alley.
Oh boy! All
What
right.
came first?
What came first? All right. What came first? PlayStation
Or your mom.
or N64 or your mom?
I'm going to say, I think the 64 was out. Wait, in 94 was it? Because
that is a great
PlayStation was
question.
95.
I don't know.
I'm going to
yeah.
say what came first was 64.
PlayStation.
Oh,
It was
damn it.
PlayStation. I think you actually said it right though, because PlayStation came out in 94 and then 95 96, I think.
Well, PlayStation was 95.
95
that was
and
the E3 year.
96 is when the N64
I don't know why I
out.
thought 64 was out by 94.
But that's okay. You get another question.
December 3rd, 1994 for PS1. And then N64 release.
I think it was 9th March, something 96.
September 29th, 1996 in North America.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry, these are all North American, I should state, too.
By the way.
But it hasn't really been a thing. All right, you're double down. Xbox or PlayStation 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
These tripped me up, too. I was like, wait a second.
I'm pretty sure it's the, I'm pretty sure it's the Xbox.
I think
You guys can play co-op in this.
I
I
think
don't
it's
care.
the PlayStation 2.
It is the PlayStation 2.
There you go.
PS2 came out before the Xbox. Xbox was 2001. PlayStation came out in 2000.
Yeah, because I remember the Xbox being like the new thing that
Yeah.
people were getting. So
Fair enough. Yeah.
GameCube came out the same year that the Xbox came out, I believe, 2001.
I don't.
Nerd.
My turn.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like Kenny's never going to do the board game, video game one, so I better go ahead and do
Yeah,
it.
I'm probably not.
All right.
I better take care of this one.
Pac-Man.
Both.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
there
like
actually is a really fun Pac-Man board game.
Is it like a Target board game kind of thing?
No, it's so like it's old. It's like literally when Pac-Man first came out and the Pac-Man fever was happening. They made board games.
Simmons is old.
and it's got these.
Should have been out of the
it's
game
got
years
these
ago. He can't go home
marbles.
because he hates his wife.
It's got this board that has holes cut in them, and you put marbles on there, and you actually like move the Pac-Man, and he gobbles up the marbles, and it's so much fun.
He looks so cute just now. I got a little shy.
Okay, and Final Fantasy. Any Final Fantasy.
Any Final Fantasy, has it been turned into a board game? I don't think I've ever seen a Final Fantasy board game. So I'll go a video game on that one.
That is correct. Now, there is a Final Fantasy card game,
There is a Final Fantasy Monopoly.
and there's probably a Final Fantasy Monopoly, but
There's
is
a Final
no...
Fantasy card game?
It's
like
there
a-
is
like a deck builder type
like
thing?
a CCG, like
okay.
Magic the Gathering.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you were the type of board game nerd who's going to be like, it's a card game. It's not a board game. It doesn't count.
Yep. I will not count it if it's a card game now.
I'll take Know Your Leet.
Know your leet. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Ryan.
Oh, this is a great one.
Forgot about Dre.
What is my favorite Mortal Kombat character? Debated against you with this one.
Cyrax.
That is correct.
That's right, yeah.
You guys are making me feel so good. You're remembering things. All right, name. This is. I think I'm so glad you got this one, Kenny. Name 3 things I mispronounced on this.
I can easily do that. Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro. Josh Brolin. And
What is my famous one?
Alamo Gordo, New Mexico.
Oh,
Gordo
you
was
did-
I thought Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah. That,
What did you call
what
him?
about Valheim?
Valheim.
Amazing.
There's also
Almond Gordo.
Gene Carlin Almondora.
There's also what was there?
There's a lot.
Oh yeah. You know what? We
It's
can
all
spend the
blurry
whole
together.
podcast with everything I mispronounced.
Oh, God. Let me do it. Is there any Know Your Leads yet left?
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
do a Know Your Lead.
All right. This is actually from one of my Twitter posts I did for Memory Monday. Memory Monday callback. In fact, I like the idea of pulling stuff that we posted on Twitter before as a
yours is
question.
so obscure.
Well, this one was the least of the obscure. Well, sort of. But what game did I think was going to be the next big thing on Xbox, killing the Halo franchise? And Memory Monday.
Killing Room. Killing Floor.
No. It was called Brute Force.
Still don't remember that.
Yeah.
No idea what that is.
That's not a slight against you, Ryan. That's a slight against not knowing that fucking game.
I don't blame you. That game was terrible. All right, and your double down. What platforming game do I
Craving some KFC right now.
What platforming game do I like more than Mario Odyssey?
Oh, Hat in Time.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, that is absolutely
What
correct.
came first?
Fucking idiot. Sorry.
And that is the last one for Know Your Leap. But there is one more question because of the double down thing. So I'm going to use that as like the last kind of lightning round kind of thing. So,
Okay.
All right. What do you
What
choose?
came first?
What came first? All right. Well, let's keep moving down the list. Xbox 360 or Nintendo Wii?
Ooh, that's tough.
It's fucking impossible for me, man. I have no
I'm
idea.
gonna say the Wii was 2006.
I think this is
And the
Kenny's category.
360
Yeah.
I'm gonna say fucking ass the Wii.
It was the 360.
Yeah, I have no idea. It was
I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't think I've ever bought a console the year it came out, maybe even the first 2 years that it's come out. I don't
Really?
think I've ever owned a
I
console.
remember my mom just randomly being like, "Hey, we should go get a Wii."
I
was like, okay.
think, if I'm not mistaken, the Wii or the 360 came out like 2 days before the Wii came out.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
just right before
Tricky
it.
question.
That is tricky.
Tricky. Trixie
What's
Hobbs.
the double down?
PlayStation 3 or Nintendo
Does anybody
Wii.
remember the Double Down?
Oh,
It was a delicious chicken
KFC.
That's what
sandwich.
you were meaning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you keep saying it, and now I'm salivating.
Yes, the instead of bread, it was 2 pieces of
That's right,
fried
yeah.
chicken.
You said the PS3 or the Wii?
Or the Wii, yeah.
I'm gonna say that one is the Wii.
It's the PlayStation
Fucking
3.
ass.
They made a chicken sandwich without the bread.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I remember having a Wii before moving here to Nashville, and then the PS3 I didn't get until I moved here. So I thought in my world it came out after the Wii.
Did you guys know that I wrote a parody of the song Into the Great Wide Open by Tom Petty? And it's about KFC.
Into the great white chicken.
Yeah. And one of the verses was about the Double Down.
Oh, nice.
Marketing had a meeting, and then they said, we need a chicken sandwich without the bread. They threw the buns out and used chicken instead. Remember to get napkins.
That's amazing. You know, my favorite Weird Al cover that never made it to an album is Chicken Pot Pie.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
That's a good one, yeah.
It's brilliant.
Chicken
And
pot pie.
For Live and Let
Chicken
Die.
pot pie.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's beautiful.
I know, it's so
How have I
good.
not heard that one?
In case y'all didn't know, I was raised on Weird Al Yankovic.
All right, Tim. I'm assuming
my
you're
turn.
going
I was
to do.
waiting for you to pick
I'm
category.
assuming you're going to do board game, video game.
Yeah,
or
board
both.
game, video game.
All
both.
right.
Yeah.
So the last one on that one,
Oh.
Star Fox.
Video game.
That is correct.
All right.
Only a video game.
I think you are
Though,
killing
I think
me,
that
Tim.
would be a really good board game. Tim has a 10 and Kenny has 7 right
there
now,
you go.
but that's okay. It's any person's game. Hero Quest.
Hero Quest.
Yes, this is
The
double
best
down.
thing about Hero Quest is the board game. Board game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing.
The broadsword.
If you would have heard that though, Kenny, would you have thought?
Hero Quest?
Yeah. Would you have thought a video game?
That's also on my shelf, actually. It's right there.
It's right there.
I had no idea. I'd never heard of it.
See, I was kind of
Funny
hoping.
enough, I've never
'Cause I
fucking
knew
played it,
you
and
would
I
know
never
that,
will,
yeah.
but I definitely took the minis out of the
know,
box.
I got the,
and they're upstairs in my D&D supplies.
My brother got me the updated version of it for Christmas this past year, which has like updated components and
Yeah.
stuff. And I think we should definitely play that game because it is
For Hero
stupid
Quest?
funny. It's just stupid fun.
What came
What's left?
first?
I got.
Who's go?
It's my turn.
Okay, yeah. This is the last. What came first, and then it's. I got 3 more questions, and whoever's in last place, I'm just gonna give them to you so you can catch up. Maybe.
I can say
Okay.
kudos to Kenny here because he's doing the what came first ones that I would have never fucking touched kind of thing, and I'm glad
I'm
you're
getting a lot of them wrong. So
Xbox One or PS4.
oh boy.
PS4 come out first.
I think it was the PS4. PS4.
That is correct.
Yeah,
go.
good call.
Amazing.
PS4 Pro
PS4
or Xbox
Slim.
One S.
I got the Slim.
I'm gonna say Xbox One S.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I really like the
Nice.
Slim
Good
because
job.
with my monitor upstairs, it's kind of raises and lowers like any normal does. And when I got the PlayStation 4 Slim, I could lower my monitor all the way down, and it still wouldn't hit the top of the PlayStation. So
Oh,
I'd stuff
nice.
it underneath the monitor. It was
nice.
perfect. Yeah.
All right. So right now it is Tim with 11 points and Kenny with 9. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually give the last question of each category because I doubled down. I made enough to
Have one extra in each.
one extra in each.
Burgers.
If You guys shout it out at this point. Whoever shouts out the right answer gets the point.
It's the only chance I have of winning is getting all of these.
Exactly.
So. This is bullshit.
All right, so we'll start with the last one. And
this includes the board game.
So you guys gotta get ready because this is the first one for what came first. So it's either one or the other. So
Yeah.
So I'm taking the first shout that you say.
Sure.
Okay.
What came first? Xbox One X or Nintendo Switch?
Nintendo Switch.
Xbox One X.
It's Nintendo Switch.
God damn it.
That was just easier to say, so I chose that.
All right. Board, video, or both. We're going to do this one. Sonic.
Board game.
You okay over there?
He locked in board game.
I was just saying something I didn't know.
He
I
locked
wasn't
in
even
board
listening.
game.
That's wrong, obviously.
I kind of feel like it's both.
It is both.
Yeah.
It is both.
Sonic's too big of a name that they wouldn't have done some.
Well, you have for
cheesy
sure
shit.
one, but let's
And
hear the
this
last one.
final one is actually points for both of you because this is legitimately my question.
Help.
Who are my two favorite co-hosts? And you both get a point. There we go.
Obviously, it's Tim and Sam.
Obviously, it's Kenny.
But Tim actually gets the win.
Aw,
Tim, you are the lead
yay.
gamer.
I lead it. Brian, that was adorable, man. Well done.
Cute.
The answer was Tim and Sam, right?
Oh, sorry, Sam. I'm sorry.
He's just been sitting here the whole time, and we kept his microphone off.
Sam, I am so sorry. You are definitely one of my favorites.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
We all
Well
feel good
done.
about ourselves now.
Got to take a second here because it's time to give a huge shout out to our incredible patrons. Gentlemen, we have 2 new patrons to shout out. Thank you so much, Dark Helmet, aka Mick, who was on an earlier episode. What was that, episode 13?
And sent us the Vegemite.
A long time ago. And sent us the Vegemite.
Yep.
And then huge
That
thanks
happened.
to Zach. Huge thanks, man. We really appreciate you supporting the show. You guys are pretty fucking amazing. Also, big shout out to Retro Game Brews, Spoosh Shot, McCoordinator, Kyle Halvey, Lemons, Andrew Morris, Brandon Walls, Andy, aka Hobby Time 168, who, by the way, did an amazing 12-hour long charity
that
stream
guy
yesterday.
is a beast, man.
Isaac at Economechanic and the man, the myth, Emo-esque. Patrons of the Leetist can get access to all kinds of goodies from us, including show shoutouts, bonus episodes, experimental content, game transcripts, and more. Your funds help us with upkeep, upgrades, equipment, prizes, and merch, alcohol, all kinds of stuff. So for more info about becoming a patron of the show, check out patreon.com/Leetist.
Yeah, for just $1, you can get the show a day early the minute I get done editing it earlier than everyone else. And just for $3, you can get an extra 30 to 40 minutes of the Leetist every week in a bonus show.
We massively appreciate your support for the show. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. You are truly lead. You guys want to play a game?
Yeah.
How about
ready.
Soundscapes?
It's been a while since we've done a soundscape.
Been a while.
Feels like.
Been a while
Since I could say.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
The world's in a dip.
I had something stuck in my mouth.
Oh, by the way, I got to give a shout out to Limp Bizkit because that single you sent me was actually pretty fucking good.
right?
We're giving shout outs to Limp Bizkit again. All right.
Man.
And the video's hilarious.
The video's hilarious. It's look, man. All right, I hated on Limp Bizkit because it was cool to hate on Limp Bizkit back in the day.
It's the
And
Nickelback. Yeah,
They had a little bit of that going on. A lot of people love Limp Bizkit though. I just pulled a ride.
I was way into Limp Bizkit in like ninth
Limp
grade.
Bizkit is great.
I was into them before that Nookie album came out. The
You were
first
doing it
album.
before they were cool.
Yeah.
You were doing it before for
But I
not
did
for the
always
Nookie.
but I remember because Rearranged was one of the first songs I learned how to play on the bass.
Yeah, that's a good bass line.
That's a damn good bass line.
Yeah.
And how can I hate on a band where, that taught me how to be a bassist? By the way, check out Sons of Our Fathers. We'll be on Saturday night. Okay. All right, guys. So I went through a couple of different category idea. I was in the shower this morning and I was,
thinking about
scrubbing.
us, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about you guys.
Yeah,
And
that's what we do.
I was trying to think of some different categories, and I came up with a couple ideas. Like maybe I was going to call one like I don't know, retrospective, where I played some like retro game soundtracks. You guys had to say what song it was, but like you guys aren't fucking retro game. Like a few, but I ended up having to make them like really obvious ones. And then I thought, okay, maybe I'll I did another one. I thought of another one called Gunplay, where I was just going to play some gameplay of games that was specifically like the sounds from the guns and the shooting in the game and see if you could recognize them. But I was choosing like
or something like that.
I was choosing like game like Halo and Destiny. You know what I mean? To like kind of get you guys look good on that, right? And then I came up with this idea where I would go on to an IGN review and go to the verdict section of the review.
Oh boy.
And just because that's 2 to 3 sentences, about 20 seconds where they literally do an overview of the entire game on a very like broad, but still specific, basis.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah.
So I started doing those. I started creating those. And this is working. And by about 5 or 6 in, I was like, I want to keep doing these because these are really fun. Like I'm actually legitimately enjoying this. They're legit clues that are made just for this game. So I scrapped the rest of the categories and did a bunch of these.
Cool. I like
that. So
Yeah.
you guys are going to have to go back and forth, of course. And sure, we'll make it stealable because it sounds fun.
Sure.
And we're going to have you guys guess the game by the verdict of IGN reviews.
Shout out to IGN, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having things that you've done for years.
IGN!
Oh, he's shouting about.
It's like a clever little joke there.
If the verdict has too much water physics or too much water or whatever, I know it's Spider-Man. So I mean, we're good.
I hope the plagiarized one is in there.
Oh my God, that would be so good.
All right, you guys ready?
Do you remember which game? Do you remember which game that
Dead
was?
Cells.
Dead Cells. Yeah.
All right.
Wow, good for you, man.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
Yep.
Who wants to go first?
Whoever wins.
Okay. Ryan, call in the air.
Heads.
Thank you. What do we get?
It's a head.
It's a head. So, Ryan, you can start.
All right, let's do it.
I just got this big list, so I'm just going to start it up. Here we go.
All right.
Yeah, here's one.
This is a light-lifting puzzle adventure that is elevated by its strong story and characters that I enjoyed until the very end. Despite some simple mechanics, the laughs outnumbered the groans significantly, as I found myself surprisingly invested in the events of the island and its inhabitants. With over 100 discover and catch, there's plenty here to entertain the completion.
What do you think that is, Ryan?
Over 100. 100.
There's also a lot of that in here, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Reverses?
Yeah, the reverses.
Nice,
Did they say puzzle in there?
It's a tough start.
I have a guess.
I'm going to say...
Something.
I'm going to say... I don't know, Mario Sunshine.
No, incorrect. Ryan, or Kenny.
Is it Animal Crossing
It
New
is
Horizons?
not Animal Crossing. It is Bug Snacks.
Oh, Bug Snacks.
Bug Snacks.
Over 100 snacks?
Snacks.
Over 100
Snacks?
Over 100 Bug Snacks.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Kenny.
All right, let's do it.
is a great platformer full of tense sequences and tough levels. Boss battles are a huge highlight, and it's packed with hard-to-find secrets and collectibles. Multiplayer could use some improvement, but I found myself laughing whenever my teammate and I wiped out in some of these unforgiving setups.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Remember, the music in the background is a little bit of a clue. Yeah. Definitely at least gives you the genre.
He said platformer, didn't he? With co-op platformer. With boss battles and collectibles. A co-op. I can't even think of a co-op platformer with boss battles and collectibles.
Rayman.
Co-op platformer.
Definitely Rayman.
Boss battles.
Definitely Rayman. 6 minutes to walk.
Definitely
I don't know. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
No, afraid not. That is not a platform.
Not even a platformer.
Or 2D.
In fact, I gave you a platformer that was co-op.
I've never played it. I thought
Ryan,
it was a
what do you
platformer.
I don't think it is that. I think, but I mean, I honestly.
Some of these are easier than others. I'm just kidding.
Is it Mario? Is it the what's it called? Freaking
No, the Wii U one? No,
Mario.
that's not
No, okay.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Freeze. Most of these games, I'll go ahead and throw this out here. Most of these games are between 2016 and now. And present.
Okay. Yeah. You may want to
there
give
may
us
be
the
like-
actual console.
I might
that
end up
maybe-
giving you the year just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, that may help.
If you can't figure it out, that'll be the hint. I give to the pass.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like it.
I don't know why I don't think of that game as a co-op game because I just play it so much single player. But yeah, that totally is a co-op game.
It is. Yeah.
All right, Ryan, here you go.
That is correct.
You ready?
It is me. Yeah.
So I hear Milmire Alpha succeeds in its ambitious telling of a land at war helmed by captivating leaders in which no side has all the answers. Its tense battles are made all the more harrowing thanks to new strategy elements, and the colorful cast of troops you send into the fray are incredibly
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, good enough. I'll take it. Three houses.
I can't remember the
You got it. It's Fire Emblem, Three Houses.
Three
New
Houses.
Horizons.
New
Fire Emblem,
Horizon.
New Horizons.
Horizon Zero Fire Emblem.
Bug Snacks Edition.
That's funny because I was super confident that it was Age of Empires.
I knew it was Fire Emblem. I'm just like, I can't remember.
Never
the
started
name
with
of
an
it.
S, though.
Yeah.
All right, Kenny, here we go.
Yep.
It's always a good sign when a game's only major downside is that there just isn't enough of it. The elegant simplicity of its rules, its impressive attention to detail and personality, and the true viability of playing completely for free make it easy to fall under its spell and get blissfully lost in the depth of its strategic possibilities.
Man.
Free to play.
Yeah, the music made me think Sea of Thieves.
That's what I was
but
thinking, too.
That wasn't free to
Yeah.
play, though, unless he meant Game Pass means free to play, but I don't think he would have said that. Oh, boy. That does not sound like Genshin Impact music. It sounds like sailing music. Is there a free sailing game? Fuck it, I'll say Genshin Impact.
No. Ryan, the year was 2014.
2014.
Yeah, this is one of those rare ones when I
Oh,
found
yeah,
out that
it's-
IGN also does reviews before 2016.
Okay. 2014 free to play. God, man. I don't know. No, I
Get
passed.
into the groove. You guys get into the groove. This is Hearthstone.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
Hearthy music. Yeah.
What was,
All right.
But what were the context clues on that? I'm trying to remember what the.
I'll play it again real quick. Why the hell not?
You didn't.
Always a good sign when a game's only major downside is that there just isn't enough of it. The elegant simplicity of its rules, its impressive attention to detail and personality, and the true viability of playing completely for free make it easy to fall under its spell and get blissfully lost in the depth of its strategic possibilities.
It never once said it was a card game.
It didn't. No,
It
no,
never.
it didn't.
If it would have said something like that, I would have been like, "Oh,
All right,
Hearthstone."
all right. Well, try this one then.
All right.
See what you think.
Snitchin is a surprising and delightful meta twist on the digital card games that have exploded in recent years. Its unsettling story is the perfect
Inscription.
vehicle for
I
its
could hear it in the
ever-evolving
background.
mechanics.
It's correct.
I could hear the.
Amazing.
Blip, 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 blip.
Yeah.
Oh god, it sounds like Star Fox, your side partners or
It's
whatever.
also like the from yeah, like from Punch Out too. From
You sound ridiculous
yeah,
right
I'm
now.
Silly.
Join the Nintendo Fun Club today. Man.
Thank you.
There you go, Kenny.
Yep.
Your curious alternate history universe, intriguing side quests, hidden threats, and detailed environmental storytelling make this space station a joy to explore. All of that picks up the slack for combat and stealth that doesn't feel fresh enough to sustain it throughout what can be a long game.
Oh, boy. Space Station Alternate History. Prey is the only thing I thought of for Space Station, but that's not like an alternate history thing, as far as I know. What's that game that it's like a walking sim like Firewatch, but it takes place on a space station?
Oh yeah,
Space Station.
What the fuck is that game called?
Space Station.
I'll just say Prey.
That is correct.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that guy did not like Prey.
I did not think that was an alternate history. I thought it was just like a fictional
Wait,
world.
It
was
really
that-
makes you feel like Prey.
Was it talking about the original Prey or the
No,
new
you're talking
one?
about the
No, Space Station is the
2016
new one, yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's Space Station in the original.
Space Station.
there?
Ready?
That's
Here we go.
Yeah.
The moment-to-moment gameplay of Honor is sublime. With a great selection of weapons that each have a wide variety of interesting possible traits, meaningful strategic decisions that can either keep a run afloat or doom it to sink, and punishingly challenging yet rewarding gunplay that is consistently exhilarating. And even with all the focus on the action, it never drops the ball in the story either. Its big issue is that runs last way too long.
Its biggest issue are runs last way too long. So it's a roguelike. It is a shooter. Runs that last too long. Oh crap, what was that game? Yeah.
I'll tell you, none of these are obscure. So,
No,
don't go
I'm
too
trying
deep.
to remember. I remember there was a game that Returnal.
Correct.
Yeah. No, I was getting there. I was like, yeah, what game took me forever to... Yeah, Returnal.
I totally knew that.
I wish you guys could see this. All you listeners could see the looks on their faces while they're just digging through the recesses of their minds to come up. I love making games that make you guys do that. So this is just a delight for me. Here we go. Next one.
Yep.
is a surprise masterpiece. Its 2D platforming is some of the best and toughest since Super Meat Boy, with levels that are as challenging to figure out as they are satisfying to complete. Hidden throughout those levels are enough secrets and unlockables to keep you playing for dozens of hours.
Celeste?
Yeah, 100% Celeste.
Amazing.
Just play that music in the background all day.
All right, Brian, ready?
Love Celeste. Yep.
It is no exaggeration to say that is Zero's largest and most ambitious game yet, and that ambition has more than paid off. Even after 87 hours of blood, sweat, and tears that included some of the most challenging fights I've ever fought, and innumerable surprises, there are still bosses I left on the table.
That's not fair. It could be a lot of From Software games. Elden Ring?
Correct.
Could have been Dark Souls 3. Could have been.
Wasn't. Kenny.
I actually kind of remember that review, actually.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Snarl it.
Snarf.
Snarf.
Now, Ralph is amazing for many reasons, but above all because it's an adult game that deals with serious issues, with realistic adult dialogue to match. And it deals with those issues just like actual adults would. Sometimes with humor, sometimes with anger, and sometimes...
What the fuck?
What review is the... Adults say adult things. They adult. What are you saying?
I would also like to point out that these are IGN reviewers. And if you'll notice, each one of these fucking ones have been different.
What is that review?
Oh, man.
I think the last word was sadness. For some reason, they got cut off in the end.
Yeah. Fuck me. That Dragon Cancer. I have no idea.
Oh, wow. Good guess. Don't play that one, Ryan. You'll just cry to bits.
What year?
Oh,
I get the year. I get the year.
You sure do.
Adult things with adult stuff with adult situations.
Oh boy, this is a bad.
Some adults may be required to assemble.
We have release date 2016.
Best gaming.
Everybody knows that.
That's what's that stupid game I keep the one where the psychic girl or whatever.
Time traveling.
Life is Strange?
Life is Strange.
No. Right? Or Kenny, any guesses? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
We're back to Kenny.
That was my question.
That was your question?
Yeah.
Do
you want another one? No, just kidding.
Yeah,
okay, well, this was the worst sell I've ever done for something we talked about earlier in the episode. That was Firewatch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I would have never, I didn't know that
He's
that was.
right, though. I heard that it is a fucking adult game where adults talk about adult things. Like, it just is.
I didn't know that. I never played it.
I mean, it goes beyond that, but that
like,
was part of the
if
verdict
you're
of the
reviewing
fucking
a game, like, you could talk about the dialogue and say it's smart dialogue or
like
whatever.
Dark
Why?
Souls, where everybody's talking like kids all the time.
No, I just don't understand why he had to say adult 5 times in his goddamn verdict. Like, I get it.
How much are you going to say about a walking simulator? Fucking play the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I should.
There's a fire and there's adults. All right.
Should watch it. All right. Right, here we go.
Diablo is a masterclass of atmosphere, storytelling, and the marriage of mechanical and conceptual design. While there are moments that feel shoehorned in to remind us that we're playing a video game, the care and attention here have clearly poured in. Oh, Ines and her story are nothing short of amazing.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm blanking on all the names of the games. I may just give this one to Kenny because I know the game.
But you can't remember the name of it?
It is it's that mental health issue girl game, and they're making a sequel to it. And I played like 5 minutes of it, and it was not good.
Would you like to guess?
Yeah, it's that. I can't remember the name of the stupid game.
I can't give you credit for that. I'm sorry. I want to. But I can't.
Yeah.
Is it Hellblade?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's Hellblade.
That's such a forgettable name.
Yeah.
Like
Senua's Sacrifice?
Yeah.
Or is that
Yes.
the
Oh, boy.
You're
the
welcome.
second one is Senua's
You're welcome,
Saga,
Kenny.
I believe.
No.
It's not?
No.
Sacrifice Senua.
No. Hellblade 2 is...
You know what was missing in that review? More adult talk.
Oh, it is Senua's Saga.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
I know my shit.
You do know your shit.
You get a bonus point.
All right. Who the fuck is
my
up?
turn.
No, it's Kenny's turn.
Up. Here you go.
Yeah.
This is the most audacious Slump game yet. Blow manages the balance between staying true to the series' ideals and its addictive loop of combat with intimidating monsters and meaningful upgrades that fans love. But it also takes a dramatic leap into a look, feel, and size that feels truly neat.
Truly elite.
Truly elite.
Was he gonna say elite? I would hope so.
Probably.
Is that Horizon Forbidden West?
No. Ryan, any guesses?
Did they like? Well, what year? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Let me get the year. Because I'm curious if this is.
It was 2018.
Oh, God of War?
No. Monster Hunter World. Said monster in there. Would have figured Ryan would have just gone the low-hanging fruit and went for it.
I'm sorry, he didn't say enough adult.
I
couldn't do it.
There you go, Ryan.
All right.
Snowdiguest's weird and wonderfully written story is full of characters I loved getting to know. Most of its new ideas successfully modernize the already endearing Snowdiguest formula. Even if its enticing pin system can be a little stingy.
Pin system. Oh. So the pin system, I believe, was used in Mario RPG, but like I can't remember which. It's like Paper Mario. That would be Super Mario 64 or Mario RPG, Super Mario RPG. That music is from Mario RPG. Right. That wasn't my guess. That wasn't my guess.
You can guess something else. I don't care.
If I'm even on the right track here.
Fuck no.
Then no.
Is that Psychonauts 2?
Correct.
Yeah.
That is Psychonauts 2.
Amazing.
I happen to remember that there were pins in that game.
That game is definitely not an adult game where adults have adult conversations.
Although
There's a lot
I do
of
think
kids
they
stuff in
actually have some pretty deep conversations
They do,
in that,
yeah.
but not adult.
Right.
No.
All right, Kenny.
Yep.
Even though the art isn't always pretty, it's often ugly even, Leetist is an incredibly expressive game from start to finish, making up for visual limitations with excellent music and charming animations. It tells its story in such a dynamic way and with such a great understanding of an RPG player's mindset that it immediately made me want to replay.
Why am I not getting these?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
You know it.
The music should sound familiar to me.
She said it's ugly.
It's ugly.
That's a mean thing to say during a verdict of a game.
She ain't wrong. Fucking ugly ass game.
The description sounds like Disco Elysium, but the music is definitely not.
Disco
You remember that part? Disco Elysium.
If you get this right, I'll give you another verse of my chicken song.
I don't think I know this. I'm just going to say if Disco Elysium be wrong.
Undertale?
Correct.
Amazing.
The score. Oh, by the way, score update here.
I don't think Undertale's
I remember this time, Ryan, you are at 5. Kenny's at 4.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Undertale's
My. How the turns tables.
How the turntables have turned.
Right.
Yeah.
That made me feel more good and more bad than any other game I've played in years. I swore, laughed, and hollered with delight. At certain points I hated it and my own fingers, but having finished, I emerged from that pain smiling. Because of that, it is incredible for more than just its looks.
And by fingers.
Everything you need is in that.
Yeah,
Everything
I know this.
you need is in that. I have not said that about any of these other games so far, but everything you need is in that clue.
Yeah. Mario Odyssey.
No. Okay.
Cuphead.
Correctamundo. I mean, the
Amazing.
music was
This is a
swing
big
music.
band music.
I don't know anything Cuphead.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Kenny.
Yep.
Scarecrow is some of the most fun I've had with this series in nearly a decade. Its cast delivers strong performances across an enjoyable story, even if it's also a fairly predictable one that doesn't always land the bigger swings it tries to take. And despite some faltering new inventory mechanics and a handful of bizarre design choices, its creative weaponry and more diverse crew of enemy types means capturing an outpost, ransacking a convoy, or even just taking a ride with a buddy has never felt better.
Oh, that's gotta be.
Oh, this is so great.
That sounds like a Far Cry game, but the music does not sound like a Far Cry game.
Cuphead, Far Cry edition.
Cuphead Far.
So there's
Far Cry Cuphead.
Outpost that you take out with your buddy in a jazzy sounding thing. What the fuck is that?
But they said it was a franchise?
Do you want franchise in Pensacola?
Because the music sounds like Deathloop.
Who's that old Brian Regan joke? He was like, "This
Style.
the delivered the drive-through person was trying to Get me to buy a timeshare in Florida.
franchise. Pensacola.
I'll just move this along and say Far Cry 6.
Correct.
Oh, it is? Holy shit. That music did not sound like that game.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Next one.
Oh, I guess that is kind of like a Latin-y. Okay.
I enjoyed my 20 or so hours with Leetist episode largely because I found its world so immersive. The attention to detail in the city itself is hugely impressive, whether it's looking to recreate the surroundings of the best-known crossing in the world or bringing life to a dank back alley. This is an environment I loved being in, and all the more so because of the many touchstones to iconic elements of Japanese culture and mythology.
Japanese culture.
This is a tough one.
Oh, so it's not going to be the
mainstream release, but it's a tough one.
Oh, well, I was going to say Ghost of Tsushima, so I will. Ghost of Tsushima.
No, boy,
is that Persona 5?
No.
Oh, it sounded like
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Oh, damn, that was my other guess, but I thought I could have sworn.
Ghostwire.
I remember people talking about like Japanese culture in the Persona reviews, so I thought I was onto something.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yep.
Rich, rewarding, and highly replayable, Earthnet is a superb installment of IO's idiosyncratic but much-loved stealth series. The fundamentals haven't changed since 2016, but its collection of outstanding maps makes for a refined, reliable, and robust curtain closer to the current Namely trilogy. 6 maps may sound slim, but each one is huge.
Hitman 3.
Correct.
Amazing. Gonna put another shrimp on the barbie.
I was listening to Mick again. All right.
I'm not sure if you heard or you even know the developer of that game, but you left it in.
IO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
He actually reversed it. It's Oi.
Oi!
Oi! You play Hitman? Oi, you play the Hitman? Like he's writing his review. You want adult content, you do.
We should just make fun of Aussies every episode now.
Aussie Man reviews.
We love you, Dark Helmet.
All right, here we go. Right.
Leetist found its own path in the space between Bethesda and BioWare, and it's a great one. And considering that new RPGs from either of those influential developers are still years away, this game couldn't have been timed any better. It's not as explorable as one big open world, but it still packs in a large portion of flexible quests and conflicts within its series of smaller
Outer Worlds.
Correctamundo.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Music did not sound like Outer
Got a
Worlds.
couple more left here.
Kind of. I think it had that little.
Yeah, it's got like a Western twang a little bit toward the head at some points.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yep.
Roaming the streets of Vietnam's village is like visiting a disturbing and deadly Disneyland, where every attraction is a house of horrors.
Oh my
I got
God.
just as big a thrill out of reveling in its frenzied violence as I did retracing my steps through the gradually revealed recesses of its sizable village setting to uncover the darkest story secrets of its monstrous main cast. Boss fights are a bit of a letdown, but the great variety of enemies throughout keeps things tense.
I think I know this. Resident Evil Village?
Correct.
Amazing.
That's
Last
what I
one
was
coming to
thinking
Ryan.
too.
This is a good game.
I don't think I can win, but give me double
Resident Evil
points.
Village or this game?
This game.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Give me double points on this one.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna matter.
With a
man.
focus on variety and replayability, this sequel has an answer to most of my complaints about 2012's excellent and aside from some mostly cosmetic bugs, it comes together brilliantly. Thanks to a new spin on the same great tactical combat, plus unpredictable maps and randomized objectives and
XCOM 2.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
And with that double points, you guys are tied.
Oh, really?
Nah.
Yeah, no, Kenny, you actually had good job, buddy.
No, I don't want to do a tiebreaker.
Kenny, you have won this Soundscapes.
Good
which,
job, Ed.
I guess I'll call
I
this
like
one
this.
Games in Review.
Yeah, that's really
Games
good.
in Review.
This
Yeah.
game in review.
Yeah.
This,
While I was making it, I was like, this is going to be a good
I
brain
like that.
burner,
Man,
fun thing.
that
Yeah.
was. And then you could kind of use a little bit of the reverse audio track to be like, it's a longer title. Okay.
Yeah,
hold on.
exactly.
What
Yeah,
is
there's like plenty of context in there, you know. But I think going back,
I can't believe the Hearthstone version didn't have card in it at all.
well, it might have a little bit later, and I only gave it like 20 seconds max, kind of thing. I think it was only one of these. It was over 20 seconds.
That was a great game.
Well, thank you.
I like it a lot.
Cool. Then we shall play it again sometime. That I promise.
Maybe we could get one of the IGN people to come. That would be a fun one for them to play. Like they should do that on their.
We should have IGN on.
We should have IGN. No, I think that if they did that on their show, that would be awesome. Actually, because I don't think they could do like some of these reviews.
Well, they're fucking foolish because that's a brilliant idea.
It is $1 million idea.
Are you ready to talk about some things?
I think we are.
You have your tongue out and ready for a nice flavor of the week. Flavor of the week. Flavor of the week. We're all going to talk about one thing from the week that we're psyched about, be it a game, a movie, a book, a hobby, anything that is revving our engine this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to go first, Tim?
Sure, why not? Because mine's not game related again.
Okay.
Look, guys, I've been playing Warcraft 3. And I played a little bit more
related.
I did that literally 2 weeks ago as my flavor of the week. I still love that game. I'm still going through it. I'm on the Orc campaign at this point. I'm almost finished up with that one.
I don't even know what a campaign
it's humans,
in that game
and
is
it's
like.
undead, and then it's
orcs.
And then orcs, I think. And then the elves are next.
And
then you do more demon stuff and you go more deeper into the elves. I love that fucking game.
Yeah.
And that is like officially is Warcraft 3 is officially my flavor of the week, but I can't do it.
You need to have Frozen Throne though. If you're going to do Warcraft 3, you need to have the expansion.
Arkham City, I'm done with that game.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't think that would be your style game.
No, it's not.
Honestly.
It's not. Which is funny because I love Shadows of Mordor or Shadows of War, but
Shadows of
I think that was even
Mordor.
smoother and I could you can get out of shit really easily.
Well, it's just
I guess you can with
you
Batman
get
too.
Spells and it's more fantasy.
I don't know what the difference is. Maybe it's the fantasy stuff.
I think
maybe it's just the fact that I'm not a huge Batman
Also,
fan.
the Nemesis system is fucking cool.
That is very cool.
It's really cool.
If I get bored doing the story, I can literally just go chase fucking generals for a
and
while.
then Batman is like, well, I guess I can glide through these. I'm not knocking it. I love the Batman Arkham
I'm not
games.
knocking the game either. I think it's a really well made game. I just don't fucking like it.
Yeah.
So,
I just beat it again recently, actually.
My flavor is going to be going out on that boat, man. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Monday, Kathy was like, I want to go do something. And I'm like, okay, what do you want to do? And we started looking for stuff to do. And she just kind of threw it. Because we live in Nashville, so we have Percy Priest Lake right near us. That's not that far. There's a couple of different marinas there, rent out boats. So we, like that day, she's just like, I want to go do something. Let's find a day we can do it. And I was like, I don't know, free Thursday. Right? Random ass Thursday, because Kathy's on an extended vacation right now. And so I went, immediately booked it, and we got like a really nice, luxury pontoon.
Nice.
Right? And we went out all day. We got it for the full 8 hours kind of thing. Got there at 9 and whatever they say in boat terms for leaving the boat place.
Do they let anybody drive a boat?
If you get a license, you can drive a boat. You can drive the pontoons. They go. At least the one I got on goes up to 25 miles an hour, which is probably something in knots. Again, not a boat guy. But anyway, since we got the luxury one, it had a full speaker system set up too. I could Bluetooth connect my phone.
Oh, nice.
And so I was blaring Tom Petty, Aerosmith, while okay, so you're not supposed to do this, but in the middle of the water, fuck it. I just put it up to the maximum speed possible, opened up my button down Hawaiian shirt, and just rocked out to Tom Petty
Nice.
at the bow of the ship. I know a word. At the bow of the ship. And it was absolutely fucking awesome. Kathy had a great time. I had a great time. And we were there from we were out on the water from 9 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. So that was definitely my flavor. Going out on a boat. People, go get on a boat.
You're on a boat.
That's right.
Tom Petty's great.
Tom Petty is great. I fucking love
good.
Tom Petty. Did I tell you, the guys, that I've written a parody of one of Tom Petty's songs?
I heard that, yeah. So I told you guys in the Discord that I got an emulator and got Breath of the Wild in 4K high frame rate on my TV, which is amazing.
Legally.
Yeah, I totally ignored all this conversation because it was very
exactly.
technical. So you guys got to tell me about it.
It's a whole setup to do. It took a while to figure it out, but it's not that hard. Anyway, there was a conversation we were having in the Discord about because I told people look, I don't encourage people just go download this ROM unless you own the game. I bought Breath of the Wild twice.
Right.
I bought it once for myself, then I gave that copy to my brother, and then I ended up being I really want to play Breath of the Wild, and I bought it again. So
nice.
This thing that you download to get these ROMs opens up this library where all of these things are just there for you to pick and download. I mean, right there and then. What are your thoughts on that for like old Nintendo games? If you were to buy one that you don't own or download one that you don't own, is that like,
you want to talk about intellectual property rights?
No, I'm just. What do you think? What if I went and downloaded a game?
Downloading games without paying for them?
I will 100%. So my thought process is if the game is no longer on sale, right? If the game is no longer new on sale, then yeah, you should absolutely be able to do that.
Right.
I think
or
100%.
if the game costs like $90,
what are they
going to
get profit wise at this point? They're not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they should, but Nintendo will never do that.
I can virtue signal and say that it's a problem, and I have a problem with it, but I don't.
Yeah,
sure, go nuts.
I don't think anyone really has a, besides the companies, I don't think anyone thinks that, like, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, emulation has been around for a long time.
I've been emulating Super Nintendo games almost exclusively since I was, Z-SNES. Yeah, I've been on Z-SNES for
that
years.
being said, my flavor of the week is Wind Waker.
Yeah?
Oh, I actually debated about
because I've never played Wind Waker, and I just got it for that emulator, and I fucking love it. And I was trying to
Have
think
you never
of like,
played Wind Waker?
No, this is the first time.
It is. I think it's my third favorite Zelda game.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
it's hard, man. It's hard.
I think that's cool that Legend of Zelda's legacy is that you can say, it's my third favorite, and that's a really good thing.
Link to the Past, Link to the Past, Breath of the Wild, and Wind Waker.
Yep. And here's the thing. Like I said, I would encourage buying the game and owning it if you're going to download a emulator for it, right? I went to go look at, because I actually did go on Amazon and see if I can just buy Wind Waker, so I can own it while I'm feeling okay about doing this. It cost $90 to buy Wind Waker.
What the fuck?
On Wii U, yeah.
And
isn't that crazy?
it's not new, right? That's like paying.
That was like someone else is
selling it, so
It
Nintendo's
probably
not
is,
even
yeah.
getting the
Third party
profit
or
from
used
it.
copy or
That's what
something.
I'm saying.
Perhaps. Wind Waker, I was trying to figure out why I like
Wind
it so
Waker,
much better.
hardly know her.
Like I was comparing it to my
There's a lot of
experience
fart
I had
jokes in that one.
recently with Skyward Sword, and which I really didn't like. And Wind Waker is just so much more open on these seas, and there's so much more clever puzzles. And
you're doing the Wii U version, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You are so lucky you're playing
what
it
was
on
that
that
one with what was the Zelda on the 3DS where you could go 2D sometimes?
Oh,
and like
that
go along
was
walls and stuff?
Link Between Worlds.
That was good.
Yeah,
I like that one.
That was
You
good.
get a chance. I'll let you borrow my 3DS. You can play it.
I almost put Link Between Worlds and Link to the Past kind of like they're side by side in that category because they're. God, why don't you do another one of those? I'm
it's
sorry,
a
I got
shame.
angry.
It is a shame that Wind Waker is not
develop Zelda games.
When are you going to do Breath of the Wild 2?
That is not on Switch. Wind Waker.
Yeah.
I don't
feel like
know
they're
why
getting
they
around to
haven't
that
done
shit.
that.
Like they're just taking their goddamn time.
Yeah, maybe so.
Out of all of them, though, it's interesting that Wind Waker isn't making its way to the Switch. Like that seems like over Skyward Sword. I would say Wind Waker makes more sense.
It's just got I think it respects the player a lot more than Skyward Sword does because it's the last one I played before.
You got to respect the game,
and it's just
you got to respect the game. You got to respect it.
The puzzles just demand a little bit more. It's easy still, but it demands more of you than Skyward Sword does, and the combat just feels just like it's hopping back into a Breath of the Wild. You know,
it's also
the same formula. Yeah,
it's got a lot of adult situations with adult.
It's got a lot of adults.
So it's a lot of adults.
What's your flavor, Ryan?
So yeah, Kenny had posted that. I actually did try out this emulation just to see what it's all about. It is absolutely gorgeous. Lags like a motherfucker, but it is. It's pretty cool though. It's a cool like option if you're kind of into that. My flavor though is Evil Dead.
Oh, nice!
Game.
Yeah,
I fucking love that game. And it is really good when you're playing with a group of friends, or I played with a friend of the show, Dwayne, as well. And it is it's just this really well done 4v1 element to the game where it's both enjoyable. I don't think I've ever had this experience where because Dead by Daylight was kind of like this, where you would kind of want to play as the humans over the monster because it's more fun as the humans. And this one, it's fun on both sides. There's no like downside to playing one side or the other. And they keep you engaged in certain ways. That is, if you're an Evil Dead fan, every aspect that they did with this game is like, man, this is a love letter to all the Evil Deads.
Yeah.
Like every single one, from Army of Darkness to the Ash versus the Evil Dead. It is
Arby's of Darkness?
Arby's of Darkness. That is anytime you go to Arby's and eat. By the way, Arby's, please sponsor us.
You literally have an Arby's cup on the table right now.
I do have an Arby's test. But it's
He
really,
loves those shitty gyros.
You know, okay. Look, I'm going to eat a gyro at Arby's more than a roast beef sandwich at Arby's. All right, I cannot.
blasphemy.
Why would I eat that gelatinous?
Gentlemen, you're both just awful. Continue with your Evil Dead rant.
So some of the cool aspects, like if you're playing as the Deadite, you get the first person Evil Dead view. Like if you ever watch the movies, it's that first person sweeping in view when things are moving. You're actually playing as that entity kind of sweeping through. So the all the players don't see you when you're around. You're wind, kind of like moving through them. But what you're trying to do as the Deadite is you're trying to collect these energy orbs that are all over the map. And that gets you points, and you use those points to put traps in and stuff like that. And some of the traps are literally jump scares that will happen to the players as they like, so they're moving, and all of a sudden something just flashes on their screen. And there's a sanity bar that they have in the game as well. And if it reaches past a point, you can possess their character and use their character to fight other characters.
Cool. Oh,
really?
Yeah. It is so much fun when you do that, and you just keep messing with one person over and over again, because then they get super annoyed. It's just enjoyable.
This
I
is
love
the same
trolling.
company that made Friday the 13th?
No,
it's
no,
not. Okay.
different.
It's similar
company,
brand,
I
though, I
believe.
guess.
Yeah,
That won some awards, right?
I think. I think it just went under.
Cool, man.
But it's also a very good action game, and it is one of those games where it's like, man, if they actually had a story mode, they have missions you can do, but the missions are just like tutorial kind of things. If they actually had a story mode in this game, like a complete single player story with this combat system, I think it would be golden.
Gotcha.
Like it is so well done. So yeah, that's my flavor of the week.
Nice.
Evil Dead video game.
Sounds like we had a pretty tasty week.
Yeah.
I'll just say in general, seeing Nintendo in 4K 60 or 4K 120, it's like, God, I cannot wait for Nintendo to catch up because it looks so good.
They'll figure it out next gen. I'm sure.
Next
gen, I'm sure they'll get it. But yeah, at the same time, I'm like, oh man, wonder what they're going to do next.
Yeah,
you know, and Nintendo's so. I mean, they're hit or miss.
I think they're stuck. They got to stick to the hybrid thing.
Fucking hits, man.
There's no chance. You're right. There's no chance they're going to go away from hybrid at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe since they've done a Nintendo Switch, next they'll do the Nintendo Top or the Nintendo Bottom. Ooh. There's a little BDSM joke for all the leather-clad fans out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with Switch U.
Switch you.
Switch you. Switch yourself.
Oh, gentlemen, we did it.
Yeah.
Do
you have a sweet, succulent answer for Gamers Week trivia this week?
If you came here from Gamers Week podcast, here's the trivia from our spot on their most recent episode. Guys, you ready for this one? This one, actually, I listened to their most recent episode, by the way, and they all knew the answer to this one. So maybe you guys will too. Oh. Usually they don't. And Retro, he knows a couple of them, and sometimes he doesn't. I mean, he's come from the deranged, sick, and twisted minds of J.K. and Dwayne. Sure. So you never know. Chase the Chuck Wagon was an Atari 2600 game available through mail order by sending in proofs of purchase of what product?
The Chuck Wagon.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you guys some context on
Frosted
this one.
Flakes.
Who watches Family Guy here? Go ahead and raise your hand.
Yeah.
For the record, I would like it to be known that both of them kind of raised their hands.
I've watched some.
There was an episode early on in the seasons where Brian saw a wagon train going through the living room, and he chased after it, and it went underneath the sink. He tried to open it up, and it wasn't there, like a phantom
ghost train.
Yeah, wagon that went through the
and he's like, someday I'm going to catch it.
That's the only context I'm going to give you.
That's the only thing I know is Wells Fargo for the.
You keep saying Wells Fargo, and it's wrong every time.
I'm going to stick with Frosted
Is it
Flakes.
Badger? It's a badger. It's badger.
That's a jackal.
Look, jackal.
You said that wrong.
Yeah,
right.
I'm an idiot.
The answer is a Purina dog food. So this was apparently a commercial in the 70s too. That was based on was this wagon going through that made the dogs like want to go to the underneath the sink where the dog food was, where the Purina was.
But they never could reach it.
But they could never get it. But I think in the original commercial, it was like there. Anyways, Chase the Chuck Wagon was literally about a dog, I think named Chase, that was chasing a Chuck Wagon.
But it was like a phantom Chuck Wagon?
It was a phantom chasing the phantom Chuck Wagon.
So
Man,
like
games are weird.
ghost.
I think we know at this point there's some weird ass games out there, and that's been around for a while.
Oh, that's Seth MacFarlane reminding
I tell
people
you what,
of things.
what do you think is the weirdest licensed game? Like thinking products like Cool Spot, right? Which is a 7-Up dot.
Yonoid.
The Raisins, the California Raisins had a game.
Oh, that's right. No, the best is Sneak King.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the Burger King one. You know, there's a dude that's like on Reddit or whatever who that's what he collects copies of Sneak King. He's got
that's
thousands.
literally all he does.
He's got thousands of copies of Sneak King. He's like, it's got this huge shelf. It's totally worth looking
I
at.
don't even think that's a thing. That's just a mental illness.
He's working on getting all of them. It's a problem. Yeah.
That's great. Sneak King.
Yeah, Sneak King.
Perfect
Anyways,
title.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, listening to the show, be sure to check out Twitter, where we do our daily trivia on there. I'm just going to give a quick review of that. Come on, get some points, get some gift cards, have some fun, hang out with us. Also, we got links to our Discord in our show notes, so come hang out in the Discord. I mean, that's open to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, if you want to support the show, check out patreon.com/the Leetist.
Yeah, we got the bonus content for $3 patrons and up. We got early access for just $1 patrons. We got any patrons can hear us do the show live right now if you wanted to come here and join the Discord. and do
That's
that.
literally true. Yeah. It's literally true.
Guys, this has been episode 49 of the Leetist podcast.
Oh, my God. We're almost there.
We're making it. Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
Guys, I've been looking at, maybe I shouldn't talk about this on the air, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Hey.
I just want to say, fans, people that listen to the show, man, we really appreciate you guys. Every time we look at the show numbers and stuff and kind of get a review of people that are enjoying our show, my heart just gets like lifted and lifted and lifted every time I look at it, because more people are checking us out and they seem to be enjoying our content, and we're really, really happy to make it. And I'm just really excited for the stuff that we're going to do in the next coming year. And
Year 2.
This is good shit. We really appreciate
This
you guys.
is just year 1 content. Don't worry. You subscribe to the whole year.
It took us about a year to figure out what the fuck we're doing.
Year
At this
1
point,
content.
we
Wait
still
for
don't know
year
what the fuck
2.
we're doing, but it sounds a little nicer.
Oh man, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys out there. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, any listeners out there. We really appreciate you. And episode 50 is coming up next.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
All right.
All right.
Bye, friends.
Catch you guys later.